Hello, Judge.
Hi there. How we doing on audio?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep, that's fine. All right, I've got Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to bring him up.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Ramirez.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you? Yes, I can. How are you, sir?
All right, I'm fine. This is Judge Stevenson, and I have Ms. Gail Lyko also joining us. She's the legal advisor to the police department that filed the motion to have this hearing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're a couple of minutes early. Ms. Lyko, are you expecting anybody else?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Ramirez, are you expecting any other witnesses?
No, just myself for now, sir. There's no one else.
All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and start the proceeding on it. This is a magistrate's hearing in cause number 2022-PH004 in reference to a 2009 Porsche 911 Carrera S with a VIN number of WP0CB29989275452. Mr. Ramirez, I assume you'd like to testify on this matter?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Lyko, who do you have to testify?
I have Sergeant Waite.
All right. Both of you, if you would, let me administer an oath to you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in the cause now on trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If you'd say, I will or I won't, whichever.
I will, sir. I will, of course.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Lyko, if you would start.
We'll call Sergeant Waite. Sergeant Waite, are you familiar with the 2009 Porsche 911 Carrera S with a VIN number of WP0CB29989S754852?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And based on your investigation relating to this vehicle, it appears that Mr. Stalin Ramirez, who is here on video, attempted to purchase this Porsche vehicle from a person later determined to be a Brandon Sledge. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ramirez sent Mr. Sledge $65,500 to purchase this vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This vehicle was never delivered to Mr. Ramirez, correct?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
And based upon that information, Mr. Ramirez filed a complaint with Plano PD, who began an investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
And this investigation got much bigger than just Mr. Ramirez, and it was determined that Brandon Sledge had conned numerous people selling vehicles and then not delivering the vehicles to them.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And ultimately, after all of the investigation was concluded, Mr. Brandon Sledge was prosecuted for stealing all of these people's money and not delivering the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
And ultimately, we did locate this 2009 Porsche vehicle.
Yes.
And on April 13th, 2012, did it come into Plano PD's possession?
Yes, ma'am, it did.
And then you were tasked, once you got into the division you're in now, to find the owner of or who would be the rightful owner of this 2009 Porsche. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
And you were ultimately able to locate Mr. Ramirez, who has changed his name and lives in New Jersey, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
That he was the person that made this complaint, that paid for this vehicle, and got everything set up to have this property hearing today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, it's correct.
And in your opinion, based on your investigation, reading all of the police reports, is Mr. Ramirez the person who has superior right of possession to this vehicle that he paid for yet never received?
Yes, ma'am, he is.
That's all I have for the sergeant, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ramirez, what would you like to tell me?
Actually, just like you just finished saying, I paid for it was actually two vehicles. In fact, one was never recovered. I actually ended up sending this guy, Brandon, $95,000 back in 2011. The guy obviously disappeared out of my life. And Mr. At that time, Javier Badillo, I think was the sergeant that was in charge of the case, was trying to help me out. And he said, if any news, I'll let you know. And of course, 10 years later, Mr. Michael Wiley contacted me, and I'm glad to hear that at least one of the cars was recovered. And with your permission, Your Honor, I'd like to take possession at some point, if that is okay.
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions. One, my order will prospectively right now award the possession to you. In the document, how do you want your name listed?
Stalin Ramirez, Stalin Ramirez.
Stalin, no middle initial?
No, sir.
All right, and then a common spelling of Ramirez. All right.
Yes.
Ms. Lyko, anything you'd like to add?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ramirez, when you take possession of this, my order will say you have 30 days for the police department to deliver it to you. I don't know
Okay.
what condition it's in, but you may have to do some remedial work on it,
I heard.
get it up and going. All right. But
Yeah,
it's almost a classic.
Yes. I do have one question on regards to the title of the vehicle. You guys will provide me some documentation so that I can get a duplicate from my local DMV. Is that how that works?
Yeah, you'll have the court order. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, the judge will prepare an order that has the VIN number as well as the name of the vehicle, and then you should be able to take that to your DMV.
Great. Thank you very much. That was my only question. Other than that, I can set up the pickup whenever you guys give me the green light. I know the car doesn't have any keys, so that's going to cost me probably double the price to get the car on a tow truck to New Jersey, but I think it's worth it at this point.
Should be. All right. I will make sure the VIN number is displayed properly on there.
Thank you.
On it. And then I'll also get you a certified copy of the order, because sometimes the DMV won't take just a signed order. It has to be a certified one, and I'll get one of our notaries to do that for you. And
Thank you very much.
I'll give you 2 copies of it. God knows what the state will ask you for that. All right. Are you here in Plano?
I'm in New Jersey, sir.
Well, you'll have to make arrangements to have it picked up from the PD.
Yes, once I guess whoever communicate with me, whether Mr. Whitey or whoever, let me know where to go, and I will send someone to pick it up the next week or week and a half.
All right, if you would contact the detective or Ms. Lyko, either one, and they can give you information on where it is and when it can be picked up.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir. You guys be no great. Yes.
Mr. Ramirez, you have my email address.
I do.
Email me and we'll get it figured out.
Thank you, Michael. You guys the department did a great job. I'm very happy and very satisfied. 10 years later, I'm glad you guys came through. Thank you.
All right. Well, then we will close out this meeting. Mr. Ramirez, my congratulations. You're now
Thank you, sir.
new Porsche
Thank you,
owner. Just be careful out there, all right?
Will do. Right in time for summertime. I will enjoy it for sure.
All right. All right.
All right, guys.
Free to leave the meeting, and we'll get the paperwork distributed.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one, guys. Thank you all for your time and seeing me today.
Sure,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good Easter.
Ciao, ciao. You too, sir. You too, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.